Jack Cornacchia grew up in this house on Bay 38th Street, and he knows he'll die here one day. He's sitting on the ramshackle front porch with a can of cold beer. It's early afternoon. He's off work today. He's a customer field representative for Con Ed. Goes around knocking on doors, led down to basements and cellars to read gas and electric meters. He never really got what the difference between a basement and a cellar is. Some people say one, some the other. He says basement mostly. He guesses there's a distinction, but he doesn't know or care to look it up. He could. He has a dictionary around. He likes not knowing. Either way, his job allows him to see the private lives of people, to see them in all their loneliness. It's very personal. His father was a mechanic. His mother worked at Woolworths before he was born and then stopped to raise him. He was their only child. They bought the house the year they were married for $10,000, a lot of money back then. It's a 2-story house with a sloping roof, 4 bedrooms, that wide front porch, and a pine tree out front they brought back from their honeymoon upstate. Jack went to St. Mary Mother of Jesus on 84th Street for grade school. Next door to the school is the church where he was baptized and confirmed and attended Mass every Saturday night with his parents until he was 16 and made up his mind that Mass was no longer for him. He believed and still believes in God, but in his own way. High school was Our Lady of the Narrows on Shore Road in Bay Ridge. All boys. He hated it. He didn't go to college. He bounced around from shit job to shit job for a while. Considered taking the civil service test. Thought about maybe being a postal worker. Finally, his father scored him the job with Con Ed through a guy he knew from the garage, Connected Benny. At 21, Jack met Janie at a coffee shop on Avenue U. He dated a few girls, nothing serious. He'd broken his cherry unceremoniously at 17 in the back of a borrowed car with Mary Conchetta Stallone. He dated Diana Petrello for a few months. That was the most serious things had ever been up to that point. He learned the ropes in the sack with her. She was a good teacher, gentle with him, experienced. Of course, that experience wrecked him. He got jealous and called her a putana, and it was over. He learned how not to be with girls from that. He learned to leave the past in the past. With Janie, things were different right away. He was cool and collected. It was love at first sight. That brown hair, those soft brown eyes. She looked like a saint mixed with a movie star. She hadn't had any serious boyfriends because her family was religious as hell, so there was not much of a past to excavate out of envy. For a Catholic boy, she was the dream. They got married 6 months after meeting, against the wishes of her parents. His folks were overjoyed. Jack and Janie moved in with them. Amelia was born the next year, in March of 1978. They were so happy. Janie was a perfect mother. Mom and Dad became Nona and Nono. Amelia was their sweet girl. A decade passed. Things were better than he'd ever thought they could be. Then the bottom fell out. Little by little at first. His mother tripped on the way home from shopping at one of the fruit stalls on 86th Street. Her trusty old cart slipped out of her grasp and she toppled hard to the sidewalk, busting her hip. He looks back and thinks of that as the inciting event, the moment when things went sideways. While she was in the hospital getting better, his old man developed a bad hacking cough that quickly turned into something worse. He finally went to the doctor. The diagnosis was pneumonia. His parents weren't that old, not even 60. They'd had him in their mid-20s. They were both laid up for a while, incapacitated, but they got better. Then out of nowhere, Janie got sick. Cancer. She battled for 3 years and lost. She was so frail at the end. Thank God his parents were there to help with Amelia, to give her some sense of normalcy.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it. at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.